Hello everybody, T-Zola here, and today we are going to talk about the new dinosaur movie in theaters right now, Primitive War. Now, if you don't know anything about this movie, the gist of it is essentially it's the Vietnam War, it's a war movie with dinosaurs added. And I'm not going to give away anything else about the plot. I think if you're going to see it, you should just go in spoiler free, and this is kind of just my loose thoughts before I do a full review down the line. It's a good movie. It actually surprised me. There were some really cool effects, some really cool action scenes. This is an indie film. You could almost say this is Australia's Godzilla -1. It's a very tiny budget, very small team it looks like, but there's a lot of big effect sequences in this film. And well, it might not reach the highs of like a Jurassic Park film. I do think the effects are really good in this. It kind of feels like a middle ground between something like Sharknado, like a made-for-TV sci-fi movie, and something like Jurassic Park. Like, this movie's effects land somewhere in between that. They're pretty good, but there are times you can definitely tell it's CGI. If that kind of thing would ruin a movie for you, I would not recommend this, but the worst part is honestly some of the characters and acting are, like I said, they fall more onto that made-for-TV level, but there are some really good acting moments that do lean more into like a blockbuster film level. So I think it's an interesting movie because it is split in quality. I feel like it is like right in the middle of being, a bad fun movie and a really good fantastic movie. It's in between that. The dinosaurs in this movie are fantastic. Well, some of the designs look very similar to Jurassic Park's or Jurassic World's dinosaurs. I felt like most of them had some fantastic designs. I loved seeing feathers on a lot of the dinosaurs, and there's a few surprise dinosaurs that get small appearances that had some fantastic designs. Overall, when it comes to theatrically released dinosaur films within the past 10 years, this one might have my favorite designs. I absolutely loved them, and the Utah Raptors were my favorite. They looked fantastic. This movie doesn't only have human characters. We actually kind of get some dinosaur characters. They're not anthropomorphized too much per se, but we do see some dinosaurs show up multiple times throughout the film, and you kind of can get what's going through their head. And I thought that was a really cool thing. I liked having human and dinosaur characters. If we get a sequel, I hope we see more dinosaurs as characters, kind of. But overall, this was a really fun ride. It is very rated R, I will say that. I kind of liked how rated R it was, because it did help set this film apart. It's very gory. There's a lot of language. There's nudity. There's addiction, like to drugs and stuff. And all that kind of stuff, elevates this movie out of that PG-13 into that R. I wouldn't say it's pushing the R-rated boundaries or nothing, but it is a solidly R-rated dinosaur film. If you listen to all this and you think it sounds like a good time, I'd go ahead and give it a watch. But if you are on the fence about this one, I might give it a pass. It's not going to be for everybody. I can see the effects pushing some people away and some of the acting for sure, but if you're down for essentially a big budget B movie, this is it. Again, the budget itself isn't huge, but the scope and scale of this movie is pretty big, and they did a fantastic job capturing that. Overall, is this a good movie? I would say yes. It is a good movie overall. Maybe not a great one, but I had a great time with it. My friend left the theater with a migraine, so there's that as well. If you guys saw Primitive War, please let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and I'll do a full podcast review with my friend coming up soon, so just, stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone.